We start with that breaking news tonight. Police say they shot somebody after responding to a call about a man who was threatening to shoot up a gas station. This happened near East Alameda Avenue and South Havana Street. 9 News reporter Shalima Maharaj is there. And Shalima, we just heard from Aurora Police Chief Top Chamberlain just moments ago, updating us on what they know so far.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of details to unpack here. They told us that the 17-year-old who was shot by police has since been declared deceased. This would have happened at some point en route to hospital. I want to step out of the way to show you the scene. This all happened over at the Conoco gas station. Police were called here. They were 911 operator had received a call that someone in the area was planning to shoot up the area and the business. That was the suspect, according to police. And then moments later, the owner of the business actually phoned back saying that he had locked himself inside of the business because he was fearful. And then officers ended up getting here within minutes. They came out with a few weapons with them, a rifle, a pistol, and a 40mm, and that fires foam rounds. Now, they did go around the corner, and they say that the person was there with their hands concealed. They say that despite being told numerous times, "Let me see your hands," he moved towards officers, and that's when they fired those foam rounds. They say that that didn't stop him, that he continued to come for officers, and that is when a pistol was fired. Now, this is going to be investigated, what transpired here. We are just waiting to get more details on exactly what prompted that officer to fire that pistol. We did ask about that frame of thought, the mindset, and of course the chief was saying that that is all going to be part of the investigation that takes place from here. Now, at the scene, there are a number of officers, including officers from outside of this area. They, of course, are all going to play a role in the investigation right now. They are appealing to the public, asking that if anybody does have any video, if they happen to witness anything that took place here, they are hoping to hear from them. Now, as for the business owner, what we are told is that that business owner was taken to police headquarters and is being interviewed. Again, the owner is all right. No officers were injured here, but again, they are saying that a 17-year-old, that is the age that they believe the suspect to be, has passed away since. So that is the latest from the scene. Of course, once we have more information to bring that to you, we will. But for now, I'll send it back to you in studio.
Shalima, thank you. Now to our other major story this evening. Thousands of people came out to CSU's football stadium up in Fort Collins to attend a vigil for Charlie Kirk. The conservative activist was shot and killed more than a week ago during an event in Utah. 9 News reporter Spencer Soicher is in Fort Collins tonight. And Spencer, you've seen a lot of heightened security up there today for this event as well as the second one.
Yeah, a lot of security here, a lot of police officers, including some on horseback as well. Kirk was scheduled to speak here in Fort Collins tonight before he was shot last week. Instead of seeing him speak here, many of those conservatives who would have been here came to mourn his death.
We are at a crossroads, and your resolve is about to be tested more than ever.
CSU says more than 7,000 people walked into Canvas Stadium to remember far right-wing activist Charlie Kirk.
We can never go back. I hope you all understand that. The morning of Wednesday last week, that America is gone.
In a sea of 47 in MAGA hats, they cried and listened as those on stage spoke about Kirk and his Christian values and told personal stories about him.
When I ran for governor in 2022 after being a regent, Charlie was my rock.
Heidi Ganahl was a Republican nominee in 2022 for governor. She said Kirk helped prep her for debates against Democrat Governor Jared Polis.
He taught me all the tactics and helped me slice and dice Jared pretty darn well if the liberal media would have covered it.
Speakers also remembered the early days of Kirk's organization, Turning Point USA, and its mission to reach conservatives on college campuses.
I was seized by Charlie's mission to awaken a generation.
Kirk was initially scheduled to speak at CSU Thursday, so the speaker spread his message for him and vowed to continue his mission.
He's up there rooting for you to stand strong and keep fighting this liberal craziness that we're up against.
Now, when this wrapped up today, the majority of the people got up, walked out, went to their cars, and presumably went home, though some of the people in there said that they were going to go over to the counter event that was on the other side of campus. Live in Fort Collins tonight, Spencer Soicher, 9 News.
Spencer, thank you. Our Northern Newsroom reporter, Amanda Gilbert, is also on the CSU campus tonight, where that counter event that you heard Spencer just talking about just wrapped up.
Yeah, Amanda, you spoke to some students who actually went to both events tonight, like Spencer alluded to as well, and you talked to a couple of them as well.
I did. Some people said they actually heard about this event last minute. They came over, they were curious, wanted to listen. So this was a debate. It lasted about 2 hours. It was a crowd of several hundred people. And how this worked is students or community members stood up to ask a question, debate a streamer and political commentator known as Destiny. Now, the crowd did get pretty vocal at times. People would stand up, they'd yell, clap, or react to that debate. Here's one of those moments.
This is not the same talking point.
Hecklers in the back, give
Why
me a
aren't you
second.
talking-
I'm on a roll here, give me a second.
Now, this debate was part of a multi-state college campus tour organized by the group National Ground Game. Originally, this was planned as a counter to Charlie Kirk's The American Comeback Tour. This tour had more Democratic creators and influencers. Now, this tour said they want to encourage discussion and dialogue, especially among students. So I did speak to a few people who were walking in after that vigil.
I think it's just really important to see both sides, no matter what you think. So that's why I came to both. So yeah, I really like Charlie Kirk as well. That's why I went to that, and I wanted to get other opinions from here.
An organizer said this was actually originally planned to be outside. They moved it inside for safety. It also had similar safety measures in place. Amanda Gilbert, 9 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you. Let's turn our attention to the forecast now. It was a gorgeous end to our Thursday. Sky 9 caught a view of the Rocky Mountains as the sun set behind them. After a few days of rain and storms, we've now got sunshine and warm weather coming up the next few days.
Chris Bianchi joining us this evening. And Chris, just nice to kind of feel like we're getting into fall. It isn't as hot outside. Kind of summer just kind of dragged on. It was really, really hot for a long time.
Well, hope you enjoyed it, Mark, because we're going right back to summer tomorrow. And
there you go.
We'll be that way through the weekend and into next week. So if you like the fall stuff, step outside right now, soak in it, bask in it, because it ain't going to last. Akron right now, things looking pretty nice for our friends out here on the Eastern Plains out in Washington County. It's some pretty busy storms here. So some pretty active weather the last couple days out in Akron. But today, on the quieter side across the state, including us in the Denver area. We're in the upper 50s, low 60s right now around the metro area. A bit chilly out at the airport, down to 53 for us right now. Current temperatures, a lot of 40s, 50s for us, Eastern Plains, 30s and 40s in the high country. And radar, quiet as could be, we are without a drop of rain basically anywhere statewide. It'll get nice and chilly as we head over the next few hours, and those temperatures will be our main story for tomorrow as we warm up. But then our next chance for rain comes on Monday with an area low pressure that'll also give us another blip of fall for next week. I'll tell you about that in my full forecast.
All right, Chris, thank you. 2 hunters, last seen in the San Juan wilderness, were found dead this morning after a massive days-long search for them. Ian Stasco and Andrew Porter recently traveled to the San Juan wilderness in southern Colorado hunting elk. They were camping very close to a trailhead near the New Mexico border, and they plan to be back in Utah earlier this week. Andrew's fiance says they never returned. They were supposed to get married in the next few months. Andrew's fiance says the pair didn't have all of their gear when big storms rolled through. More than 50 search and rescue teams spent the past week searching for them. Their bodies were found around 11 o'clock this morning.
Today, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation visited the Costilla County Sheriff's Office to remove evidence following claims that it was being mishandled. The DA's office there confirmed that the Sheriff's Office is cooperating. The evidence is now being taken to District Attorney Ann Kelly's office. The change in custody comes after the DA spoke to Costilla County commissioners back in July, saying that the Sheriff's Office had not been providing her office with evidence to prosecute crimes in a timely manner. The undersheriff attributed the problems to budget shortfalls and staffing issues. He said missing guns were a result of a disgruntled employee who served as the office's evidence technician.
A man from Colorado who was recently released from prison due to botched DNA evidence will now be retried for murder. This morning, prosecutors in Boulder announced Michael Clark will be retried in May for a murder from back to 1994. Clark's murder conviction for killing a man named Marty Grisham was vacated back in April because of DNA evidence that was mishandled by Missy Woods. She's the former CBI analyst, now accused of manipulating DNA evidence in hundreds of cases. After reviewing this case, the DA's office announced they feel they do have enough evidence to convict Clark a second time.
It's really a tragedy that Michael Dougherty is going to put an innocent man and his family through hell. But that's what he's chosen to do, so we'll play this out in court.
Clark's attorney told the judge today that he plans to seek dismissal of the case. The trial, meanwhile, is set to start in May.
Tonight, we've learned that Lakewood police have arrested a man in a deadly shooting at an RTD station. Josh Green was shot on August 27th. He died days later. Lakewood police have arrested 23-year-old Adrian Slaughter on suspicion of murder. Documents show investigators linked him to the crime through prior arrests. Court records show he has an extensive criminal history and was on parole at the time of the shooting. Tonight, Slaughter is in the Jeffco jail, and he's expected back in court next week.